Hi, Perry Power here. Now, I wanted to do this video. Two reasons. One, I am determined to do at least one property sale advice video for people that are thinking, trying, struggling to sell their property every single week. I've done one last week and it was a really nice, professionally edited video. I'm running out of time this week, so it's a bit raw, just a screen share with some great advice. I hope you find the advice helpful. And it's so crucial, so crucial. And where this come from is I had a chat with a potential new client this week. They're currently on the market with an estate agent, 2.5 million. And she rung me for advice because the property's not getting many viewings and it's not had any offers and it's been on the market a while now. And I said to her, let's pretend her name is Jane. I said, the trouble you've got, Jane, is that your property's on the market, but it's not being marketed. And she said, what do you mean by that? And she found it really helpful. So I thought I would pretty much repeat the advice on this video in the hope it helps you or anyone that watches this once it goes out into the Tinternet world. So let me frame this a little bit, right? Is your property just on the market or is it actually being marketed? There's a massive, massive difference. So firstly, I think it's pretty well accepted 2021 that you're on the market if you're on Rightmove and you've got some pictures. Fairly, the internet's huge and people are searching. But when you get 6, 8, 12 weeks into a marketing campaign, you've been on the market for 6, 12, 8 weeks. And the big problem that I find with a lot of, I want to say estate agents, but I think the property owner and the seller is equally to blame. And I'll come on to why. The issue is you're not being marketed. You're just sitting there on the market. So let me give you an example. So just on the market, pictures, it's on Rightmove, it's on the market. Being marketed, however you want to say it, is really different and can have a really huge effect. So many properties that we sell here at Power Bespoke have previously been for sale for quite a long time with other estate agents. And the saying's true that not all estate agents are the same, and I'm going to show you why. So the difference, when you're marketed, it's all very well. What it comes down to is how and where your property is marketed. So, for example, having some pictures done, that's all well and good. An estate agent rocking up with their camera. I've seen in some cases using their phone camera, which each to their own, but you wouldn't see me taking pictures of a house with a phone camera. My belief and my view and the Power Bespoke view is that every single property should be marketed using professionally taken pictures and a floor plan. I'll show you some shocking bits in a minute. But it should include lifestyle shots, elevated shots, twilight shots to really make it stand out in what is probably going to be a crowded marketplace. Your house isn't on the market on its own. It's on the market in competition with other properties. Yes, I understand yours might be nicer and bigger, but there could be something on the market that's presented and promoted better, that's taken all the inquiries. Professionally written copy, that's important. So I'm an estate agent. I'm pretty good at marketing and negotiation, but I'm certainly not very good at writing really well written marketing copy for property marketing details. And I'm massively not a fan of the cliches. So that's another way that your house can be marketed, having really well written description and copy. I'll show you an example in a minute. Featured property on Rightmove. It's all right being on Rightmove, but you want to really, really be on Rightmove if you want to get in front of the right target audience. And things like a featured property, it's proven to more than double the amount of views and eyeballs on your house. High response premium kind of teaser video of the house. I'm amazed. Jane, who I spoke to, she had no video, £2.5 million on the seafront. I was just amazed. I said to her, you need a video. We're in 2021, and more importantly, that video has to be uploaded to YouTube and optimized for search. So let's say you're trying to sell a 4-bedroom farmhouse in Surrey. People will search in Google for 4-bedroom farmhouse Surrey for sale. You want to be coming up there when they do that search. Nice video. And I call it a kind of teaser preview because it shouldn't be a 6-minute video tour. It should be a 90-second, high tempo, quick cut preview teaser. The feeling a viewer should have from watching the video is, wow, I want to go and see that. Not viewing the place on the video and deciding that they just saw the fact that it's a bit overlooked, so they don't want to go and do a viewing. So it's really important that video is it's like a teaser. Targeted social media ad campaign, really important. So when you get the video done, it's great that your house will be on Rightmove properly, but you also want to take it to the buyers by targeting people through social media ads. For example, the one down on the coast for Jane that I was talking about, we could easily target people who live in London that have recently visited the South Coast who have an interest in Rightmove. You could hazard a guess there that people from London, been to the South Coast, interested in Rightmove or been on the Rightmove website recently, are looking to buy a house down on the South Coast. So you can get it really micro-targeted. For sale board, I'm still amazed by the amount of people that don't feel for sale board are necessary anymore. Your for sale board inquiries are the best type of inquiries you're going to get. Yes, you might get 10, 15 inquiries from the internet advertising. You might only get 3 from the board if you're lucky, but those 3 are higher quality inquiries than the internet inquiries. For the simple fact that the number one priority for people when buying a property is location. If they've seen the board and rung up about it, they want that location. Then we come on to specialist marketing for niche properties. By niche, we've recently sold a £2.5 million equestrian facility, something like that. We should do all of this, but we should also be putting it in front of maybe in a horse and hound magazine, or those specialist kind of magazines and websites. The property on the coast, a part of the campaign that we're going to put together for that seller, is to put it in a kind of boating magazine because it's on the right near a harbour. So it'd be great for people that are interested in boats. And here's how it all comes together. So I've recently sold or agreed to sale on this stunning place, and we ticked all the boxes. We had twilight, elevated, premium promotion, really well written property description. We actually had one of the inquirers, and that place had 33 inquiries within a 10-day period, 22 viewings, and the sales agreed over marketing price. But one of the inquirers actually said how different and refreshing it is to have a really well written. She was actually a English grammar lecturer, and she said your description you wrote, Perry, is amazing. And I explained that I didn't write it. We have a professional kind of news reporter, editor, who's a former columnist in the property section of the Times newspaper, is now freelance, who writes our property descriptions. Because I very honestly said that I'm not very good at writing stuff. I'm very good at marketing and negotiating and that kind of stuff. But when it comes to copywriting, that's not my strength at all. So we get someone that's really good at that. Just like we get someone that's really good at photography, professional architectural photographers. And we get someone that's really good at video. And we get someone that's really good at social media marketing. So that to me is how you properly market a property. It's not just on the market, it's proactively being marketed. And a big part of that marketing is that you should be reviewing the marketing weekly. So we've got all this data available to us from the back end of Rightmove, the click-through rate, the inquiry rate from the social media campaign, the impressions, the reach, the inquiries. If it's not working, you've got to change it and tweak it. And this is where I think this particular client, Jane, she was really excited because she feels like she's sitting on the market and just waiting now for for hopefully a buyer to come along. She doesn't feel like there's any real strategy or plan around the marketing of her property. It doesn't feel like it's being marketed. So we're going to change that. Then you're probably thinking, yeah, I get it. That all sounds great, but does it actually make a difference? And let me show you this, and to prove, I guess, that it really, really does. So this is, I didn't want to call out any names. This is a screen grab from a estate agent performance website, which shows that Power Bespoke, we achieve 99.5% of asking price on average. Sometimes it goes for less, sometimes we'll sell for over asking price, but on average, 99.5%. Compare that to Office 2, Office 3, Office 4, and Office 5. It's kind of 95.9, 95.5%, 96.4%. So fundamentally, the more time and effort that you invest in the front end marketing of your property, it will result, as long as you've got a good agent who's able to negotiate well and is competent in negotiation, it will end up being a better outcome for you in the long run. Something else I want to show, and I don't like naming and shaming, but I can't help it on this one, because this place has been on the market since February, no floor plan, and the pictures are absolutely diabolical. And I mentioned earlier in the video that it's equally the seller's problem to fix, in my opinion, because somebody owns that property and they can see their own property on Rightmove and they think that's all right. So as much as the agent has been really, in my opinion, terrible with the presentation and promotion, no floor plan, pictures are really poor, I've got a nice picture of a door there. It's equally down to the seller to say, hang on a minute, that doesn't look too good online compared to what else is available. Can I at least have a floor plan? Or I'll tell you what, I'll get the pictures done and you use those in the marketing. So I think it's really important that, one, ideally the agent leads the strategy, gives the right advice to get the best outcome. Yes, it will cost more, but you'll net more as well. So there's plenty of agents out there that I know right now that are charging 0.5% to market your house. And that's the problem. It's quite easy to visit a house with a camera, take some pictures, put it on Rightmove. That may or may not get your property sold. It may or may not achieve the best outcome. An agent that's going to achieve 99.5% or 100% of marketing price, they're going to need to put some serious effort and time into marketing, time and money into marketing. If you look at the difference there, let's say a £500,000 property, and we're going to be looking at, say, 4% difference. That's £20,000 difference in what, in this case, us or a good agent that's got a really good strategy to get the best price will achieve, versus an agent that's just going to take pictures and put it on Rightmove and leave it there until a buyer discovers it. That is worth £20,000. Ordinarily, on a £500,000 house, we would probably charge £5,000 more than the average estate agency. So the average agent might charge 1%, we charge 2% plus VAT, but we're potentially netting the client, because of all these things that we've just gone over, an extra £15,000 net in their pocket. So to wrap up, because I really wanted this not to be a rant, but it's 14 minutes so far. Make a decision when you market your house, whether you want it just on the market or actually marketed. Marketed takes lots of extra time. So it takes us on average 2 weeks to get a house to market. Some clients ring us and say, so-and-so have mentioned that they can get it on in 2 days. And I was like, we can get it on in 2 days, but you wouldn't want it on how we would have to put it on. We need to get the videographer, the photographer, the twilight images, the copywritten details, the video edited, put it onto YouTube, SEO optimize that video. So there's loads to it. And it really isn't a case anymore of just flicking it online, regardless of the market conditions. So I had someone say the other day, Perry, but the market's strong. We're just going to go with that other route. And I said, no problem. My phone's always on. I'm always here. The issue with that is, no matter the market conditions, if one person, let's say, knows your house is for sale, then you're left with how much that one person is prepared to pay. If 1 million people know your house is for sale and 5 of those want to buy it, you've now got the option of 5 people, and chances are one of those will want to pay more than the other 4. So marketing houses, getting the best price is all about reach, marketing, promotion, presentation, attention, and then the strategy around how you handle the interest that marketing generates. That was a waffle. Hope that was helpful. If anyone needs any help or advice, drop me a message. Our team here at PowerPoint would love to help, and we'll speak to you soon.